Esther chapter 4. When Mordecai learned what had been done, he ripped his clothes to shreds and put on sackcloth and ashes. Then he went out in the streets of the city, crying out loud in bitter cries. He came only as far as the king's gate, because no one dressed in sackcloth was allowed to enter the king's gate. As the king's order was posted in every province, there was loud lament among the Jews, fasting, weeping, wailing, and most of them stretched out on sackcloth and ashes. Esther's maids and eunuchs came and told her. The queen was stunned. She sent fresh clothes to Mordecai so that he could take off his sackcloth, but he would not accept them. Esther called for Hathach, one of the royal eunuchs whom the king had assigned to wait on her, and she told him to go to Mordecai and get the full story of what was happening. And so Hathach went to Mordecai in the town square in front of the king's gate. Mordecai told him everything that had happened to him. He also told him the exact amount of money that Haman had promised to deposit into the royal bank to finance the massacre of the Jews. Mordecai also gave him a copy of the bulletin that had been posted in Susa, ordering the massacre, so that he could show it to Esther when he reported back with instructions to go to the king and intercede and plead with him for her people. Hathach came back and told Esther everything that Mordecai had said. Esther talked it over with Hathach and then sent it back to Mordecai with this message. Everyone who works for the king here, and even the people out in the provinces, know that there is a single fate for every man or woman who approaches the king without being invited: death. The only exception is if the king extends his gold scepter, that he or she may live. And it's been 30 days now since I've been invited to come to the king. When Hathach told Mordecai what Esther had said, Mordecai sent her this message. Don't think that just because you live in the king's house, you're the one Jew who will get out of this alive. If you persist in staying silent at a time like this, help and deliverance will arrive for the Jews from somebody else, but you and your family will be wiped out. Who knows? Maybe you were made queen for just a time as this. Esther sent back her answer to Mordecai. Go and get all of the Jews living in Susa together and fast for me. Don't eat or drink for 3 days, either day or night. I and my maids will fast with you. If you will do this, I will go to the king, even though it's forbidden. If I die, I die. Mordecai left and carried out Esther's instructions. Esther chapter 5. 3 days later, Esther dressed in her royal robes, and she took up a position in the inner court of the palace in front of the king's throne room. The king was on his throne facing the entrance. When he noticed Queen Esther standing in the court, he was pleased to see her. The king extended the gold scepter in his hand. Esther approached and touched the tip of the scepter. The king asked, "And what is your desire, Queen Esther? What do you want? Ask and it's yours, even if it's half my kingdom." "If it please the king," said Esther, "let the king come with Haman to a dinner I've prepared for him." "Get Haman at once," said the king, "so we can go to dinner with Esther." And so the king and Haman joined Esther at the dinner she had arranged. As they were drinking the wine, the king said, "Now what is it that you want? Half of my kingdom isn't too much to ask. Just ask." Esther answered, "Here's what I want. If the king favors me and it is pleased to do what I desire and ask, then let the king and Haman come again tomorrow to the dinner that I will fix for them. Then I will give a straight answer to the king's question." Haman left the palace that day, happy, beaming, and then he saw Mordecai sitting at the king's gate, ignoring him, oblivious to him. Haman was furious with Mordecai, but he held himself in and he went on home. He got his friends together with his wife Zeresh and started bragging about how much money he had, his many sons, all the times the king had honored him, and his promotion to the highest position in the government. On top of all that, Haman continued, Queen Esther invited me to a private dinner that she gave for the king, just the three of us. And she's invited me to another one tomorrow, but I can't enjoy any of it when I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the king's gate. His wife Zeresh and all his friends said, build a gallows 75 feet high. First thing in the morning, speak with the king. Get him to order Mordecai hanged on it, and then happily go with the king to dinner. Haman liked that. He had the gallows built.